Today we will be solving word problems using the CUBE strategy. What does CUBE stand for? So for cubes, what we need to do when we encounter a word problem, we need to circle important numbers, underline the question you need to answer, box key math words, evaluate and eliminate unnecessary information, solve and double check your work. If we use these strategies, it's going to be a lot easier to help us understand the word problem. I will be modeling how to solve real-world problems using most elements of the CUBE's strategy, a clock, and a number line. All right, let's go ahead and begin. It takes 25 minutes to bake a cake. If I put it in the oven at 145, what time will the cake be ready? Okay, so first of all, I'm gonna go ahead and look at my CUBE strategy and see what is it I need to do first. So first, I need to circle important numbers. What are the numbers that I see on the question, on the problem? I see the number 25, so I will go ahead and circle the number 25. And I see the number 145, so I will go ahead and circle the number 145. Then it says, underline the question you need to answer. So I'm gonna go ahead and figure out what is the question. What are they asking me to do? I'm gonna go ahead and read the problem one more time. It takes 25 minutes to bake a cake. If I put it in the oven at 145, what time will the cake be ready? So my question is, what time will the cake be ready? So that's what I'm gonna go ahead and underline. This is what I need to figure out. What time is my cake going to be ready? Okay, so now I need to figure out what else can I do using cubes. It says the next step is to box math words. Okay, so by looking at this, I do know that I need to write my answer in minutes. So I'm gonna go ahead and box the word minutes. And now I'm going to evaluate and eliminate unnecessary information. Okay, so I have circled my numbers 25 and 145. I underline my question, what time will the cake be ready? And I boxed my math keyword, which in this case will be minutes. Anything else is basically irrelevant. I don't need it. I can start working on my problem to solve it with just the information I circled, I underlined, and I boxed. So now I'm gonna go ahead and start with the S portion of cubes, solving and then checking my work. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and begin with my clock. So I know my start time is at 1:45. And I also know that my cake, it takes 25 minutes to bake a cake. So I'm gonna go ahead and skip count by fives all the way to 25, moving my big hand to the right. So here we go. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. So now I need to figure out what time that is. So my small hand is on the 2 and my big hand is on the 2. So I know that when the big hand is on the 12 and the small hand is on the 2, that is 2 o'clock. And then we're counting by 5. So here we have 2:05 and 2:10. So I know that it's going to be 2:10. And now I will go ahead and use the model clock that I have on the paper to draw my answer. The small hand is on the 2, and my big hand is also on the 2, and I know that I'm skip counting by 5s. So my answer is 2:10. So now let's go ahead and solve this using our number line. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start with the time that they're giving us is 1:45. So I will put 1:45 right there. And I'll go ahead and begin counting by 5s until I get to 25. Okay, so I'll begin counting by 5s until I get to 25 first. 5, 5, so that'll be 5, 10, 15, 20, and 25. So I know I'm skip counting by 5s. So now I'm gonna go ahead and write down my times on top. So I have 1:45, 1:45 plus 5 is 1:50. 1:50 plus 5 is 1:55. 1:55 plus 5, so that will be 1:60. But remember, every 60 minutes is 1 hour. So that will give us 2. So if I have 1:55 plus 5 will be 1:60, but remember, every 60 minutes equals 1 hour. So that means that I have to add 1 hour to the 1. So that will be 2. So now we're starting at 2 plus 5 will be 2:05. And then 2:05 plus 5 equals 1:10, which is my answer. It's the same as the top, like the one that we did over with the clock, 2:10. So now as we can see, we did 2 strategies. We did it with our clock and we did it with our number line. You can pick whichever strategy you want to solve our next problems. But now this is not how I want your answer. I need it to be responded in complete sentences. So now let's go ahead and read the question, and then we're going to use the question to write our answer. It takes 25 minutes to bake a cake. If I put it in the oven at 1:45, what time will the cake be ready? So now I'm going to use my question to write my answer. The cake will be ready at 2:10. So that is my complete sentence.